Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video we're going to be looking over the monthly patch notes that have been slightly delayed. Normally they release at the very start of the month, normally between the first day and the 7th day within the first week, but for some reason they decided to do it later this month, which is fine. It gives us a little bit of an insight. I have read a little bit of it. It gives us an insight to what they're changing with PvP, new PvE content, quality of life, and I didn't actually get to finish reading the last bit, but I'm pretty sure it's just promises of promises. So not really that much good stuff. So about the PvE content, they're making something called the Hero Arena, which is being developed in the form of PvE, which will they can complete various stages of compatibility with various combinations, which is what they said with they did state that they were doing stuff like this for, I think it was Tower of Trial. They enable like multiple combinations of teams to be used, and same with the Labyrinth itself, but you normally end up using the same team with the same strat, because there's normally one strategy that's much better than every other combined. Is content that you can experience the fun of night battles. I'm hoping this doesn't mean knighthood battles. I'm hoping it doesn't mean knighthood battles. Knighthood battles aren't fun. Yeah, they could probably implement some sort of newer way to make it fun with like event bosses and stuff like that, and then do stuff like that. But I don't think if it's knighthood boss stuff, it ain't fun. It's just a pain. Which is the most intense regular content. Okay, no, so they're talking. So they want it to be an experience like Knighthood Boss, which means it's still going to be a fun experience. Which is the most intense regular content in Grand Cross. I guess they don't play 20 Beast, especially the new one. That is probably the most tense PvE we're ever going to get. Destroying. Pretty much, this is just Knighthood like wars. It will be difficult for many players to experience. So, is it sort of like what the system of forming an attack squad and destroying the opponent's Knight's Orders garrison is an element only in the Knighthood Order? Yeah, I know, it's in pretty much Knighthood Wars, but only selected high-ranking Knight Orders can participate in the Knight Order battle. I think it was difficult for many players to experience. Yes, you have to be top 100, which is pretty hard to get, or you have to be a little bit higher than top 100. I'm pretty sure you can be a little bit higher, and then you can like filter into like the leagues, so to say. I think my knighthood got in there once, and none of us even realized we were even in it, so we came last. But yeah, that was a very very long time ago. I also remember the tension of winning a match when I first played competitive match. Don't care. However, as I said earlier, the difficult content for a large number of people to experience, so it's a pity they're going to show it. Yeah, don't care. Or to allow more players to experience the fun of Knighthood Boss, we are particularly changed the rules of attacking in the Garrison Knight Order battle, which has a high degree of difficulty. We would like to bring you new competitive PvE content with leagues. What? So that instead of making like, I guess, instead of making like Knighthood Wars, which we currently have, or Guild Wars, whatever you want to call it, and make it so you fight the enemy's teams, you're just fighting with PvE content. Is that the reason why they've made this new Camilla? That would make sense. But if they just don't call it Knighthood Boss, call it something else, because this is apparently new PvE content. Adding an update to Knighthood Boss is not new PvE content. It's just you're making it a little bit less painful and adding a tiny bit more content. In this way, Hero Arena, which I'm guessing is the name of it, minimizes the burden of existing battles and frustration of failure, and it allows you to easily experience and challenge the battle according to your level of growth. I hope you will. I hope it will be new content. Okay, so I don't know what this is. They're making it sound really confusing. Like, oh yeah, you know, you could use it to compete in like really high level stuff, but then they're saying that anyone at any level can do it. Well, that's not very realistic. A new player is not, let's say it's tailored to a brand new player. A brand new player is not going to be able to compete with a long-time player, a long-time free-to-play player like myself, or a whale like you know, the other YouTubers like Nag and Speedy, and they're not going to be able to compete in any sort of way at all, because this game has a not like a cap of how much you can get, but there's a certain amount you can get like let's say you started the game, you're a brand new player, you started playing today. The only banners you can currently summon on are the current Camilla one and the collab one. There's a limited amount of characters in that and in the default banners, which will only enable you if you 6-6'd all of them, made them all perfect. You are going to get to a certain point, because then it becomes like a point where you need to collect more characters, and you need to be playing for quite a long time to get to a point where I'm at, or where most whales are at. In addition to reduce the burden battle compared to rival battles, we removed the restrictions on attack opportunities and made it possible to use all characters you have, so that you can organize and utilize a wider variety of attack squads. And then I plan to, and then nothing. Okay, they plan to nothing as well. Can't forget that. So now I guess there was a restriction when you attacked with Knighthood Wars. They're now removing that restriction to allow other characters. We're preparing various rewards so that you can exchange the items necessary for characters and equipment growth by using the points given by clearing the process. That sounds pretty cool. If they add this to Knighthood Boss, they had like a Knighthood Boss shop where, yes, we get the coins for getting a certain placement. Yeah, keep that a completely different system, because that's cool. But then they make a whole new system where it's like, oh yeah, let's just say you get like 6,000 points on a boss, right? You can then spend those 6,000 points on a shop that's infinitely refreshable. But you have to, let's say, to make it fair, you have to clear out the entire shop. Then it refresh guaranteed. It's infinitely farmable. We need something like that, because we're at the point in the game now where level 100, it's going to have to be the cap level. I'm sorry, it's going to have to be the cap level. If they add any more, it's going to be too many SSR pendants, too many demon mats. And then it'll take you like 1 week to grind one character, which isn't fun, especially when, let's say, you're farming your brand new player, the brand new collab drops 4 characters, 4 weeks worth. Then a festival drops, and so on and so forth. It's just too much effort. The Hero Arena will be held regularly in the form of seasonal updates, so it's going to be like Labyrinth. They're going to play it like Labyrinth, so it's not going to be always there, which is kind of sad. When you talk about new PvE content, and then you talk about it not being regular, it doesn't really seem like new PvP content. It more seems like event content, which you tried to hide as new PvE content. For example, the Labyrinth, we were told it'd be regularly reset. It's only been reset 3 times. You had the first Labyrinth, you then had the collab, which is Rising of the Shield Hero, and then you had the recent one with Mael. I do think that we will get another one soon, because I'm pretty sure the last Labyrinth has just disappeared. So we should get one maybe with this upcoming update, anniversary update. Please look forward to new content this will be added 4th anniversary, so we can guarantee that. I'll put out a video on it, depending on if either A, I've unlocked it, because we don't know, it might still be locked to top 100 Knighthoods, or there might be some sort of restriction that I can't do. But if not, I'll make a video on it, either going over it or doing some sort of tutorial or whatever the hell I normally do. A second point, about new growth factors. Since the release, expand and growth new element. It's been a year since level 100 is released. Perhaps for that reason, we have confirmed that many players have reached the final stage of character development. Yeah, that is true. I don't want anything higher than level 100. If they do add something higher than level 100, they will be outraged, mainly because SSR pendants are very scarce. Either A, they add level 110, but they triple the amount of rewards we get for everything else that make upgrading a character to make it actually viable, because it's not viable anymore. 145, you need 145 Belmouth cores for level 100 today. Imagine if they then add another level, then you'd need more. You probably need nearly 200. Yeah, you would probably need close to 200 OG Demon Mats per character, which is insane when you think about it. You would need like 70 of the red Demon Mats. 70 is all you need for level 100. It's stupid. You'd think it would be less the further you go up, because the bosses would be harder, but no, they do it the complete inverse. During the 4 years, many characters have appeared in the past that have become less useful or less useful, and there are even cases where they're no longer used. Yes, there's a lot of characters like this, mainly, I'm going to say, collaboration characters. They could, just tweak a little bit. Many of you have sent your opinions on this character, or I guess characters, they just didn't translate properly, and our development team has been troubled just like you. So pretty much they're saying they've noticed that lots of characters have fallen off, and they want to make a way to enable a new way for people to be able to get stuff, which is kind of cool. In response to the opinions that people have said, we are prepared and add a new character growth element for 4th anniversary. Through this growth, we aim to make it possible for characters who have been active before to be able to use them again. This seems promising, but I'm not gonna get hype about it because I do think that this could mean something very. They could make something very, very good here. Like, I'm talking they could make something that will completely make or break the whole diversity of the meta. Or they're just chatting out their ass again. So they're probably just chatting out their ass again. So we're just gonna skip over that bit. We hope that this new growth element will be a stepping stone for existing characters to be able to use them for growth again. So I'm guessing that it's like an unlockable thing because it says use them again. Or do you have to use the characters you want to level up on a certain fight, which I think would be cool. Like, I should say it's like every character has 20 stages and you can get different buffs per stage you complete and you can only use that character. I think that would be cool because then it would enable you to, it would force you to level up that character and to use them to then get more buffs for them, and let's say it gave them more CC as well, then it could be like a bulk CC push. I think that'd be a very unique thing to add. Of course, it would be a lot of development to do that, but I do think it would be a very cool thing they could add. Of course, adding new growth elements will increase the burden, but in order to reduce the burden, we are thinking about selecting characters that can open a higher growth and opening them sequentially. Okay, so each character you have to unlock this growth. I say you have to use that character to unlock their growth, which is what I was saying. But they're saying, let's just say, for blue, the 1 Escanor, green Escanor, and red Escanor, if you have the Ultimate 1 Escanor, you can just do the Ultimate 1 Escanor and it does all of them already, which I think would be sick. I do think that that is a very good way to look at it. I think if they released it, right, and it was in the order that I just spoke, but it was like, you have to do all of them individually, yeah, it would be a pain, but you'd still get a lot out of it. But I think they immediately trying to go for quality of life before the thing's even been released, before we've given our opinions on it. I think they're immediately trying to go for a quality of life thing, which I do think is pretty good, and I do highly respect the fact that they're trying to think, okay, so we want to make this good content from day one instead of it being painful content, and then they're making it easier over time. I do like this sort of thinking, but of course, through the regrowth of existing characters, I hope that it'll become Grand Cross where more various characters are utilized. Yeah, that's what I was saying. More diverse meta. For more details, growth factors, please check out the Grand Cross information schedule. Yeah, so pretty much next week, when they do the stream, they're going to, I guess, talk more about it. Yeah, so yeah, they're going to talk about the stream next week. I will have my whole thing that I normally do, so don't worry, I'll keep everyone up to date. But yeah, this seems pretty cool. I do give them credit where credit is due. If they do implement this, and they implement it the way I see they're going to implement it, this could be very good content. In terms of like in-game content, as well as content for me as well. But still, I still think this could be pretty good content for older players. I don't think this would be useful for newer players, but I think older players who've got to, like they said, the final stage of character development, which is collecting relics, Max Super Awakening, buying all the outfits, and now adding another level on top of that. As long as collaboration characters are involved with that as well, and they're not, it's like every character gets a one-up on collaboration characters, and that makes them less appealing, which is not very good, especially with the current collaboration characters being mid as they are currently. On to the third bit. The Night Order system, which is the Knighthood, which is a joint mission with the Night Order, which was announced in a previous development note, is also scheduled to update during the 4th anniversary period. So this could be part 1 or part 2, they're going to add this. I do have Grand Cross in the background, so sorry if you do hear random noises. This system is content prepared to help existing characters grow a little in line with addition of a new growth system. So I'm guessing, this is going to drop with the same time as this new thing. I'm guessing it's just going to drop together. And it is a system that allows you to perform simple missions with knights and obtain various items necessary for growth. So it's going to be like, oh, you complete a challenge, instead of getting 10 knighthood coins, which is what you would normally get, you'd get like an SSR pendant, or probably like 3 demon core mats. Probably what you're not getting. Night Order is a mission given to all members. All Knighthood points. Everyone gets activity points. You can open the exclusive reward box and acquire activity points to get the items for necessary for growth, and additional rewards according to the number of cumulative points the entire Knighthood gets. Okay. Knighthood will reset weekly basis, so it's like normal. So are they trying to make like Knighthoods work together more? Because if they are, my Knighthood is like all over the place. Like we don't do much at all. I do think, yeah, we always get like top 1% because not many people care about Knighthood anyway. So we always get like top 1, 0%. So it's not too bad. Convenience of Super Awakening characters. With the 4th anniversary update, we plan to improve not only the content, but also the convenience, which is pretty good. First of all, we plan to improve on the convenience of Super Awakening. So what I feel like is they're trying to work on many parts of it at one time, and because they use the word first of all, which makes it seem like that this is just the first one. I hope they do it with characters as well, like fully awakening characters. That would be pretty cool. For fully like leveling up characters, what I meant to say. Which many characters have given their opinions on, yet a lot of people have said that it's just time-consuming and irritating. In order to reduce the trouble of repeatedly super awakening and strengthening characters when growing a character, we plan to add a function that will allow characters to fully super evolve at once, regardless of the character's current level, as long as they have enough evolution materials. After advancing the super evolution all at once, you will be able to upgrade all at once to unlocked level, making it easier to process. I'm not sure if this means just super awakening or the whole leveling up thing, because they use the word awakening, like to awaken, or evolution materials. That evolution materials are what you use to level up the characters. They're not made super awakening materials, super evolution of characters. It could be the whole thing, which I think would be pretty cool, but I'm pretty sure it's just super awakening. In addition to this development notes, we told you about main content growth factors that will be added during the 4th season. Finally, we would like to share surprise with our players and developer notes. To celebrate 4th anniversary, it seems new customers visitor look forward to who our new customers will be. Grand Cross is still lacking many parts, but I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all players who continue to support us. Just the normal, like, sappy thank you for playing our game. So please look forward to who the new customers will be. Are they partnering with another company? Or is this just them saying, "Oh, we'll show the new character"? It seems that new customers will visit Grand Cross. Is that collab? Are they doing a collab and anniversary at the same time? When they say the word new customers, it's very weird. Like, if I was to... Let me change it back to JP. I'll change it back to English again. Well, I don't know. This could either be that they're going to show off like a teaser for the new character, or that there's something over the horizon that they're going to release. Roughly, we get a collab every 4 months. Roughly. We always get one in April time, April/start of May. We normally get one then in September. August, September time, and then we should then get another one maybe October, November time, which is normal as well. Probably October because November's the JP or the download celebration, and then we have, of course, in December we have the New Year festival. But overall, I do think this is a step in the right direction. They talk about quality of life, they talk about changing the Knighthood stuff completely, which I think will be pretty good because that stuff hasn't been touched in a while. Talking about new growth, which actually seems very interesting. New PvE content. This just seems like they're trying to turn Knighthood Wars into like a Knighthood boss style thing, as well as also having Knighthood Wars at the same time. So this bit is very confusing. I do think that this is the new growth aspect is probably going to be the most interesting thing on release, followed by this as well, because quality of life and then a new ability to grow your characters, if they like work together very well, will be very useful. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know your views in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.